Welcome back to another first impression, this time for the anime Sanda. Synopsis from any list. The story starts with Sanda, a second-year middle school student, getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyumura. While Sanda couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe that Fuyumura's actions were just mean acts stemming off from the latter having a peculiar puberty phase. But that is all a misunderstanding. Fuyumura actually suspects that Sanda is the descendant of a certain lineage. Now, in this story, we have Sanda, who is the blonde guy, getting attacked by Fuyumura, which is the girl with the mean gaze on the right, because she wants to remove the curse that Sanda has. Now, it turns out he is a descendant of Santa Claus. That is why the name Santa Claus Sanda, pretty close. You also see him in the picture, pretty obvious, wearing a red, white beard, Santa Claus. And, Santa Claus is something of a mythical story, more or less, that is in this world, because this world is a little bit different. Now, Fuyumura attacked Sanda to try and get Santa Claus to break free, and she succeeds. Why is she doing this? Because she has a friend called Ona, I believe it was, that went missing. And she was very close friends with her, and she wants to find where she is. Understandable. So she wanted to free Santa Claus and get Santa Claus to find her friend, because Santa Claus is, fulfilling the wishes of children, and she's a child, she's 14 or so. So having Santa Claus available, wishing, presenting the wish, and Santa Claus is going to fulfill it. That is the whole point why she attacks Sanda, because she knows that Sanda is a descendant of Santa Claus. Bam! We have a start of the series. Now, whenever he transforms into Santa Claus, he grows into grown man, white beard, muscle without end. And his inner self changes a little bit. There are some changes going on. He is still himself, his 14 years old self, Sanda that is. But there are some changes going on. Now, this all takes place in a school. This show has, it is our world, but somewhat in the future. And there are some weird things going on. First, the whole country is getting poorer every year. There are not enough children, so birth rate went down even more. I believe they said something about like 20,000 children per year. I don't know if it's only 20,000 students or whatever, but there are not a lot of children, which means children are protected even more than they are today. They even had some examples that are very disturbing, but children are more or less, a different class than others. Children are cared for, they are number one priority, in that vein. Now, weather has also changed. We don't really know why, how or why. There was talk about the 4 seasons. It seems like the 4 seasons are not a thing anymore. It also seems, through the conversation, it seems that it is weird for December to be cold, but August is cold, which means that we may have shifted a little bit the quote-unquote season. That in winter it's probably more like a spring, maybe even summer, and August is more the winter month. Again, we don't have any confirmation, but through the conversation we can definitely see there is something weird going on there. And then the whole school is weird. We find out there's something going on. We don't know what, but stuff is going on. Now, This feels very much like a shonen combat fight show. We have Sanda, he can transform into Santa Claus, and then we potentially fight. There seem to be people that want to capture Santa Claus or kill him. What exactly they want to do, we don't know, but people are after Santa Claus. We also need to find out what happened to the friend. We also have like the Fujimura, what is around her. There are some, some unknowns. Overall, I find the story very interesting. I know it is, the setup, it's not too that out there. However, we have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of surrounding stuff, again, school, weather, the country, a lot of little bits and pieces. What happened to Santa Claus? Why do they want to capture him? Who wants to capture him? What is really going on? We see the headmaster, he's a little bit weird. There's a lot of stuff going on, which I find interesting. Animation I found it really good. I really like that. I like the art style. I like the characters as well. Sanda, he's a little bit stupid. Especially at the beginning. He's a little bit, he's just a little bit stupid. It's not that it's not bad. He's not bad stupid in my opinion. He was at the beginning a little bit stupid. I can totally understand where he's coming from later on. Whenever he transforms into Santa, we get a good view into his psyche. That stuff is changing, which is nice to see. I like Fuyumura. She's a very goal-oriented character. We also have the other guy on the left. He is a little bit, after 3 episodes, a little bit fresh, so I don't really, we will see. I like it. I like it a lot. Surprisingly, I did not have high expectations because this is not really the types of show I like. However, shonen fight stuff, similar to like, Dragon Ball, Bleach or whatever, I always like the first 1 or 2 seasons. After that it gets a little bit samey. So, doesn't really matter. I do like this one quite a bit. I do want to show a little bit of the animation. There's not much going on in the first couple episodes, but this is one thing I found pretty good. There you go. I mean, there's more stuff going after this one or happening after this scene, but there's a lot of talking, Just wanted to give you a little taste. Still, I really enjoy this show. AniList has it at 73% mean score. My anime list at 7.44. I am a little bit different. I would say for the first 3 episodes, keep that in mind, I have it at 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of stuff going on, which you can, think about, question, see where it's going, have like theories. There's a lot of stuff going on. I really enjoyed it.